When did I realise comedy could be a career? Well, from the beginning. You watched television and you saw people like Dave Allen and Dick Emery and Morecambe and Wise on television all the time. And you knew it was a career, but what you also knew was that it wasn't a career that involved black people. Whenever you saw black people on television, it was usually singing or dancing, like Sammy Davis Jr. or the Nicholas Brothers doing fantastic dancing on Sunday night at the London Palladium. But as a young kid watching television growing up, and I watched a lot of television, there were very few people that looked like me on television. And so we have this thing that we say when we're campaigning for diversity and inclusion in our industry, that if you can't see it, you can't be it. And growing up, I never saw a black person on television being funny for a really long time. It wasn't until the mid-70s when people like Charlie Williams and Sammy Thomas and Joss White appeared on the Comedians, where you saw these black comics. And they were doing comedy in the way that white comedians did. They'd be telling jokes, and a lot of the jokes were self-deprecatory about themselves. You know, if you don't laugh, love, I'll come and move in next door to you, that'll bring your rent down. You know, that kind of humor. And so, because I was very suggestible, I used to watch these guys and go, oh, that's obviously what you've got to do to make a mainstream audience laugh. You've got to satirize yourself, and you've got to satirize being black, and that's what gets you over to a mainstream audience. And of course, it took me a long time to realize that that wasn't necessarily the case. And I think the Comedians was a breakthrough because suddenly Charlie Williams was one of the biggest stars on British television, and he was a black guy. And he spoke, hey, hope flower, he spoke like that. He was from Doncaster, and he was an extraordinary guy. He was as Yorkshire as they come, but he was black. He worked in a coal mine. He played football for Doncaster Rovers. But there he was. And suddenly I could see it, and I knew that maybe somewhere I could be it. And that pretty much triggered what happened next.